All right, good afternoon, everybody. Back up here at Grafton Archery. This will be day 3 of shooting these bows. I've shot the new lineup from Hoyt and Mathews. This review right here is going to be on the Mathews VXR. This is the 28-inch bow. So they've got 2 VXRs. One's 28, one's 31.5. But in this video specifically, I'm going to talk about their 28-inch bow. So starting off, they've still got their concentric cams. That's not changed. They've still got their switch weight mods, so you can switch in 5-pound increments from 60 to 75 pounds without changing limbs. You can also adjust your weight by your limb bolts, which is standard on pretty much any bow. Along with that, something new that they do have is this SCS system. I don't know if you can see it right there. What it is it's a little button on the bottom of each limb. So you got your bottom and your top. Anyway, that's an option that you can get on these bows this year. It's new for 2020, and it's their Quiet Connect system, I think is what they're calling it. And what it is just an easier way for you to hook a string up and pull your bow up, let it down, blah, blah, blah. If you get this system, it actually comes with the rope for a pull rope, and it comes with a sling. But it is an option. It's not something that you have to buy on here. Personally, I don't know if it's a big benefit. I don't know. It may be something that everybody loves. I'm not sure. Really haven't talked to anybody that's used it yet, but it does seem like a pretty good design. One of the biggest changes this year is their enhanced bridge riser, I believe is what they're calling it. It's if you look at their riser for this year, it's bridged all the way up and down. And this is a 28-inch bow, but you should be able to see it right there. This riser is very, very straight, which is supposed to be what Mathews calls their most enhanced and most stable shooting platform in a hunting bow that they've ever created. So I'll say this, it's a 28-inch bow, but from cam to cam, it's almost as long as my 34-inch Hoyt. That's like 5 or 6 years old. So anyway, after shooting this bow, even though it's a 28, I can tell you right now, it doesn't shoot like a 28-inch bow, and I really attribute that to this riser system that they've got this year. They continued on with their dovetail design for the QAD Ultra Rest, like they had, I believe they started it last year. Shock rod still the same for your string stop. Nothing else has really changed other than the way they did their dampener here on the bottom. They extended it out a little farther away from the bow to help with balance, and this bow is very, very balanced. This is like I said, 28-inch bow, 6-inch brace height, and I believe the speed is, I think it's 344, I believe. Yeah, 28-inch bow is 344 on the feet per second. Anyway, other than that, that's really about it as far as the specs and stuff on the bow. If you got any other questions, definitely call up here to Grafton Archery and talk to these guys, and they'll give you a little more info on the bow. From there, I just want to talk about as far as shooting the bow, what I liked and disliked about the bow. Just to start off, this is the most dead in the hand. This is the most dead in the hand bow that I've ever shot. And it's definitely probably the quietest bow that I've ever shot. Those two things there, hands down, I believe Mathews hit a home run on this bow. That being said, the draw cycle on this bow is pretty stiff. So this is at 74 pounds, 27-inch draw. And when you watch, it stacks up really hard in the beginning, and then it lopes off at the back end, which is something that some people like that, other people don't. I personally don't like that. But listen to how quiet this bow is. Absolutely no vibration in your hand when you shoot, and it is super, super quiet. Like I said, the only thing that I don't like is the draw cycle. It's hard to get used to that draw cycle on this bow. The back wall is phenomenal. It's very, very solid back wall. The valley is not very deep. When you start letting off on this bow and it's ready to go on you. I mean, it's not going to yank your arm off, but it's definitely not as deep of a valley as I would like to have. if I was able to have a deeper valley, it'd be nicer to have a little bit. But for some guys, they shoot better with you know, really staying into their shot cycle. So it's not bad by any means. It's definitely a top contender for the 2020 lineup of bows. I really like this bow. They've still got their engaged grip. That's not changed. I really like that grip. But like I said earlier, it's personal preference on you know, certain things like grips and things like that. This is their new color for 2020. This is their ambush green. I don't know how much you can see in the video, but it's a sweet color. They also have a textured finish this year, which is something different. I was kind of thinking to begin with that it was something wrong in their paint, but it's actually intentional. And after kind of feeling it and realizing what they did with it, I think it's going to be a very durable paint finish on this bow. This is definitely going to be a hot selling color. So anyway, I really like this bow. I thought it was a great shooter. Like I said, only downside was the draw cycle is pretty rough. Not too bad. Not like a PSE Omen of the past, but it's definitely a pretty stiff. But it does drop off, and you're only holding like 13 pounds, I believe. Shooting this thing through the chronograph, just one of the little bow mounted chronos. It shot 276, 281, and 282, I believe is what it shot, roundabout in there. And that's with a 460 grain era, and that's with a 27-inch draw at 74 pounds. So can't complain about this bow a bit. Definitely come up here and check them out at Grafton Archery. And if you got any questions, give them a call. Phone number 704-855-1300. And they'll answer any questions you have about these bows. But like I said, come up here and shoot them. You won't be upset that you did. It'll definitely be worth the trip. So thanks for watching the video. Check us out on Facebook and Instagram. Please like and subscribe below. I'm trying to grow this channel, and we need some subscriptions. So if you like this video at all, please subscribe down below and keep us going. So thanks for watching. We'll catch you on the next video.